What's happening, gang? It's your boy Retro back again with another reaction video. Yeah. Today we got a spicy one, guys, as MSNBC host Jen Psaki goes absolutely ballistic on Maddow. Gets a brutal takedown after her opinion on Joe Biden versus Trump, guys. Trump has got these guys on the left in a full frenzy. It's panic town over there for almost everybody. I don't understand, why they didn't see this coming. I guess it's because they were blatantly ignoring the signs. The polling didn't matter. All of Trump's, support out in the streets didn't matter. They just knew that Joe Biden would be able to overcome this tall task. I don't understand where they're getting all this faith from, guys. And now we've got Jen Psaki absolutely going off because of what the media has done, guys. I'm excited to get in this one and see what Miss Jen Psaki and Rachel Maddow had going on. So we're going to get straight into the clip, and I'll get my thoughts on the back end of the video, guys. So definitely stick around until the end of the video so you guys get my thoughts on the back end. Also, so YouTube pushes this video out, definitely stick around until the end. But yo, let's get straight into it, guys. Before we're gonna do that though, make sure you guys hit that like button and also hit that subscribe button, guys. We're on the road to the truth. Hop aboard for the journey. Yo, let's get into it, y'all.
I'm sorry, I'm just entertained by MSNBC ladies completely losing it, just crumbling on screen. Jen Psaki has on Rachel Maddow. Really, when did MSNBC become the sci-fi channel? These ladies are nuts. Put on your seatbelt because you're about to get into a car wreck.
But you've studied authoritarians quite a bit. You've talked about them quite a bit. You've educated all of us quite a bit on it.
Donald Trump is not leading the Republican Party and leading the Republican field of candidates because of his youthful vigor or because of his policy preferences or because of his eloquence.
What about Biden? Why is he leading you? Is it his youthful vigor? By the way, Trump has amazing youthful vigor. I could not do his campaign schedule. I'm telling you that, and I'm a 57-year-old man. So there's actually a case to be made that Trump has some kind of youthful vigor. But because they throw that out, now they have to come up with this giant conspiracy about why he's really polling well. It's neat because it means they're going to get all of this wrong all the way to election day. Remember, if they come up with the wrong problem, they will come up with the wrong solution. Good.
Right. There's none of that is going on. What he's offering is what he both sort of inherently offers and now more and more explicitly offers, which is if you pick me, that'll be the end of politics.
And who is ending politics more than mainstream media, where only one side is allowed to speak? They literally will hire their 92%, 98% Democrats in media, in journalism, in academia. Which side actually removes the politics of the other side from the debate? Even Fox News will have liberals on to debate. I will debate you.
This is a moral responsibility that we cannot shirk. So today, let us be clear. The debate is over.
It's your side that has promised the removal of politics. And they literally call the other side dictatorial hate speech. We have to stop this stuff. Remember on climate change, the debate is over. There's no debate.
And you won't have to deal with politics anymore. You won't have to deal with contested elections.
Okay, who stopped the contesting elections when Trump had problems with the ballots? Who stopped it? But big media, big tech, journalism, a Democrat-run indictment and investigation, removing his free speech from being able to contest an election. You did it. You're literally describing yourself as a totalitarian, not Trump.
That's what he's offering. That strongman model is what the Republican base is enthused about. And that is something that sets him apart from every other Republican candidate. And I think that we're naive to think that he's tricking people into picking him and then surprise, he's going to act like a dictator. What he's offering is strongman leadership, the end of politics, the end of elections, the end or the sidelining or domesticating, as Ruth Ben-Ghiat says, of the judiciary and the Congress.
Now, that's also strange, the domesticating of Congress, because you guys have, first of all, bragged about Biden's achievement and the amount of bills that Nancy Pelosi passed. Is that the domestication of Congress? How is your successes somehow democratic? And then the Republican side, which is full of failures, is somehow domesticating Congress when they're not able to pass bills because our majority is so thin. You're actually, all these Democrats do is expose what they're actually doing in what they accuse of Trump. It's probably a human weakness in all of us to see the things that we are terrified and hate about ourselves, and we despise them in others.
How did we get here? I mean, how did we get to this stage where you have this person who has such a control over a political party, but even beyond the politics of it?
Good question, Jen. How did we get here? It's your fault. It's your party. You had 3 years of running the show under Joe Biden. You had a partial majority in Congress before we took one of the houses back. You still have the Senate. How did we get here? Who opened the border? Who destroyed the economy? Who tried to forgive student loans? Who has a son who weaponized the Department of Justice to cover up for his corrupt crackhead son who had an illegal gun, who was doing side bank deals with Ukraine? Who did it? And especially having Merrick Garland and the Department of Justice target the number one opponent. Who did that? You did that. By the way, we can see now in polls where Trump and DeSantis were neck and neck until Alvin Bragg first launched his illegal indictment of Trump, and Trump scissored off of DeSantis, went straight up. That is, the Republicans and the people do not like how you weaponize government. You're terrified. You did this. That's how it happened. Now let's get Rachel Maddow's BS answer.
And there's ways that you can drive a populace toward them. You can denigrate the government. You can say that government itself is the problem.
Who said that the government was the problem when we overturned Roe v. Wade? It was Rachel Maddow herself that said we have an illegitimate court passing unconstitutional laws. You undermined your institutions.
So you have the Supreme Court of the United States undermining our democracy. It's really shameful.
Way more than the right ever did.
You can make it so the legislative branch never works and is seen as an object of ridicule, pity, and hostility rather than as one of our three branches of government.
By the way, all of that ridiculing and all of that hostility toward the legislature was first done by Democrats 10 times more than the Republicans ever did it. They denied election. They said Trump was not a legit. That was Hakeem Jeffries, your House leader, said he's not a legit president.
You can challenge the rule of law and say that judges are all biased against people like you.
Roe v. Wade.
And that the legal system doesn't work for people like us, and that we should denigrate the courts and the law and the legal system in a way that falls down along partisan or identitarian lines.
Who used partisan identitarian lines to say that the law does not apply to us for blacks, that they're overly prosecuted? Who's been saying that now for 20, 40 years? Your party is the one that said the law doesn't work for us. Who said women get unequal pay? Who said that we need to give a higher minimum wage to people with work visas? Who did all that? Your party, that was your side that said that the law didn't work. You undermined the judiciary. You've undermined every branch of government we've got. Now for the best self-owned by Jen Psaki. Watch this. We're going to get there right at the very end.
This is now finally the one-on-one race that Nikki Haley has wanted, the one she's been asking for. And right now, on the eve of this New Hampshire primary, she's the only one still standing between Donald Trump and the Republican nomination. She's also currently 19 points behind him.
The only one standing between Trump and the nomination is Nikki Haley, and she's 19 points behind Trump. Thank you, Jen Psaki.
Yo, there we have it, guys. Coming from our friend Doug in Exile. Definitely going to be sure to leave that original video link down in the description box below. For those of you who want to go over there, check that out. Also, for you guys to go over there and show our friend Doug some love. Oh my goodness, you guys. Did you see Rachel Maddow in that clip, what she's saying about Trump being, the end of politics is so far-fetched, especially when that's actually what her side is wanting to do. I mean, I feel like this is, basic level projection coming from the left. Everything that they're saying that, Trump and the right is doing, everyone in Trump's corner is doing, it's actually the left that's doing it. It's actually the left, showing and projecting their intentions onto Trump. This isn't very hard to see when there's constant, accusation after accusation, especially this whole dictatorship that they're proposing will happen. Trump will end politics. There will be no more, politicking at all, or politician, or need for politicians, because Trump will just have, one rule dictatorship. That's not going to be the case at all. I mean, let's be honest with ourselves. We look back and see, who is really trying to create their own narrative, their own spin, their own reality. It's the media, guys. They're trying to end policies. The media on the left, the lamestream media, is literally making their own reality. Putting out these lies about Trump, trying to make Biden look better. I mean, it's hard to do at this point. I mean, Biden is fully flipped over. I mean, but let's be real. If anyone's trying to end politics, it would be the people on the left, not Trump, trying to get reelected in office. Trump has already said what his motive is, and that is to, bring back and enrich our culture, bring back those American values, America first values, guys, putting our country first, trying to build back up. Our forefathers have worked so hard to build up, we got to bring that back, bring back those values that we used to stand for. And that's all Trump wants, to see for our country. Oh my gosh. Then it got better with Maddow, trying to, fathom why Trump is doing so well. Where's he getting all this support from? And we can see it clear in the polling. As soon as you guys start trying to weaponize the Department of Justice system, and, the public could see it, all our fellow Americans were seeing what was actually happening to Trump. Trump was no longer this big conspiracy theorist. This guy, everything he was saying about, the Department of Justice all being, weaponized against him, these figures coming after him in the deep state. Once people could wake up and see, we had Alvin Bragg, we had, Merrick Garland, we had Jack Smith appointed by Merrick Garland. His whole seat was created by Merrick Garland to come after Trump. We got Fani Willis, Letitia James. We got, we got case after case after case hitting Trump. And that's when the people started to wake up and were like, hold on, wait a minute. Something is not right. Something stinks here. And it's terribly bad. It didn't take the average outsider much research or digging to figure out why these cases were being brought about on Trump. This all stemmed right after Trump, announces his 2024 campaign efforts, guys. And it was all from there. So let's be real with ourselves. Lots of these MSNBC reporters and news hosts want to lie to themselves and lie to people and say, we don't understand where Trump is getting all this support. Trump is, got this cult-based fan base. No, that's not what's happening. Trump, he has a solid fan base, yes, but he also has, been a victim of the system. And when people see that, this is a guy who stands for America First values, he's going to, he's been a victim of the system, so he's going to try to dismantle it, so that it's never weaponized against anyone else in that similar fashion. That means the people have to unite and get behind him so that we get this figure in there, because he's felt the deep state. He's felt, the machines against him. He hasn't cowered, buckled, or looked afraid one time, so why will we not stand behind Donald Trump? Maddow, very off here in this clip, guys. And then Psaki going on to expose Nikki Haley, guys. That was the funniest thing. That last clip where Psaki's like, yeah, we've got one strong challenger left in the race, and that is Nikki Haley. But she is behind by 19 points. Guys, I about fell out my chair. Oh my god. Yo, definitely hop in the comment section and let me know your thoughts. Maddow, going in, she can't figure out or fathom why Trump is doing so well, guys. It's the TDS. It's definitely the TDS, as the, she's got points of different excuses why Trump's winning. And if they're going to keep pointing the wrong excuses, like I said in the beginning, they're never going to get it right. Trump is going to win. They were trying to say the polls were fake at first. They were trying to say the support was fake at first. And now everything is becoming real, coming to fruition. And the left's freaking out. They're panicking. We can see it now live on TV. This is so fun to see, guys. Definitely out in the comment section and let me know your thoughts. Also, make sure you guys smash that like button, guys. It does not cost a thing. Hit that like button for your boy. Also, hit that subscribe button, guys. We're on the road to the truth. Hop aboard for the journey. I'll catch you guys on the next week.